In this video, Spoilers MV is going to show you the leaked plot to Venom Let There Be Carnage. This will most likely be the biggest spoiler of the day on this film, so you have been warned. I'm your host Tyler Moulton and you're watching Spoilers MV. Once again, I just want to say massive spoilers ahead, and if you don't want to know this information, I totally respect that and don't feel obligated to watch. So this leaked plot summary by someone who went to the early fan screening is pretty long, so let's jump right into it. So the person starts off, yeah, very long write-up, and sure, I've messed up stuff, missed some stuff, apologize if this is incoherent, writing on my phone is a bit painful. So now we begin. Cletus, Cassidy, and Shriek are in an institution together. They fall in love, but Cassidy is taken away. We find out more about his troubled upbringing, killing Mom and Gran. The mention of abuse is saved until much later. Anne tells Eddie she has to speak to him about something. She's got engaged to Dan. Later see a ring, suggesting Eddie planned to propose. Eddie is still very much disliked by Mulligan. He gets assigned to Cassidy, who is now fully locked up in prison, and Cassidy says if he agrees to print what he wants, we found out later for Shriek, he will give him his full story. As Eddie leaves, Venom notifies paintings on the wall of Cassidy's cell. When they get home, he does sleuthing and finds a location which has been drawn where bodies are located. As a result, the governor removes the ban on the death penalty and Cassidy is sentenced to death. Cassidy is not happy about this and writes to Eddie inviting him to see him. Eddie goes, and Cassidy angers him enough that Venom throws punches. He bites Eddie and says, "This is like no blood I've tasted," or something to that effect. When they try to put him to death, Carnage - whatever they're made up of starts to fight back the drugs and grows into Carnage proper and breaks out, killing everything in his path. He goes straight up to a computer to locate Shriek. Venom and Eddie get into an argument over Venom trying to fight Cassidy. Eddie insults Venom and Venom starts attacking everything in the apartment, throwing it out of the window. There is then a long sequence where Venom and Eddie separate and Venom is out alone and people aren't strong enough to support him. He goes to a Halloween party, everyone reacts to how good his costume is, and he takes the stage to speak out about how aliens should be treated better. To much applause. With everything that has happened, Eddie gets arrested by Mulligan. He asks to see Anne, who he tells to find Venom. She goes to Mrs. Chen, who Venom has taken over, and they then break Eddie out of jail. Venom insists that Eddie apologize, which he does. Meanwhile, Cassidy breaks Shriek out of the institution. They had covered up that she was alive. Even Mulligan thought so. But Carnage was able to hack into a system to locate her. During the scene, they drive away and take out a helicopter. We discover that Carnage is vulnerable to the noise Shriek makes, and this causes a conflict between Carnage and Cassidy. They decide to get married, but ahead of that, get gifts. Shriek kidnaps Anne as a gift, and Cassidy takes Detective Mulligan. They head to a church. Finale is a major fight at the church. Venom and Carnage fight, and Carnage refers to Venom as father. Venom initially tries to run away, but when Eddie says he can eat them, he decides to fight. It is a decent fight sequence. Eventually, the issues between Shriek and Carnage become bigger due to the noise. When everything starts to look messy, Cassidy, Rampage want to kill Anne, which Shriek says this is too far. Carnage tries to hurt Shriek, which causes a fight between him and Cassidy. Eventually, Venom wins the fight and eats Carnage. Oh, wow. As well as the head of Cassidy. Yikes. So some brutality there. When everything settles, they realize they have to go into hiding due to the jailbreak, out, etc. Almost like a less dramatic version of the end of The Dark Knight. The film ends with Venom - Eddie talking by the chickens and deciding to hide together. It then goes to final credits scene, which starts them with chilling on the beach and then leads to the scene I described last night. Okay, so that post-credits scene, I have the audio to that scene and also what that scene is about. They're two separate videos, but I did that before this one, so you can go check that out if you want to listen to that audio and hear what it's all about. So that is the plot summary from someone who actually has seen it an early release at that fan screening. And if you enjoyed this video and you like content like this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.